Okay, the women who are during menstruation or nifas, they have certain things they cannot do. What are they? Count with me. First one, prayers. They cannot pray salah, whether fard or sunnah or nafil or any type of salah. Yeah? Even if they had a salah qada, meaning they hadn't prayed a salah before menstruation started, but that salah was due on her. For example, a woman's menstruation started in Asr, so Dhuhr was due on her, but she didn't get chance to pray Dhuhr. She is not allowed to make it up during menstruation. She can make it up after the menstruation finishes. But any salah which are during the menstruation time, whether the menstruation is 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, doesn't matter, right? As long as the menstruation period, as long as she is in hayd, her salah, she does not have to pray them. And she does not need to make them up either. Okay, women do not need to pray during menstruation, neither do they need to make it up. They are prohibited from doing that. And knowingly, if they did that, that's haram for them. That be a sinful act. Okay? Okay. Secondly, someone had sajda of tilawah. You know, in Quran, sometimes you see sajda. Someone had on them to do sajda, they didn't get a chance to do it. During menstruation, she remembered. She's not allowed to do it during menstruation. She has to wait till the end. No sajda of tilawah. Same with picking up the mushaf. Picking up the mushaf, the book of Allah, the Quran, the mushaf, you are not allowed to pick it up during menstruation or nifas. Hanafis, they say you can pick it up with a separate cloth. That cloth is not part of the mushaf, meaning it's not a cover, neither is part of something you are wearing. So you can't go like this with your sleeve and pick it up. You can't do that. So they say, as long as a separate cloth, if you had to pick it up to save it from drowning or burning or something, or if it was in a place where it might get disrespected or fall down and you need to, then you may pick it up with a separate cloth if there was a need. Doesn't mean you just pick up Quran for nothing. But if there was a need, you can pick it up, but that's the way you would do it. Otherwise, you do not touch the mushaf. You do not enter like a junub. A man or woman, they are in need of ghusl because of intimate relationship. Not allowed to enter masjid. Similarly, a woman going through a period of menstruation or nifas, which is post-blood bleeding, are not allowed to enter the masjid. Clear? Not allowed to enter the masjid. Also, cannot do tawaf of Kaaba. It cannot be done until she's clean, done ghusl, and is in wudu. You need wudu, by the way, to do tawaf. Naam, Sheikh.
Are they allowed to pick up books of hadith?
Yeah. They can pick up another books, but they cannot pick up Quran. Okay. And they are not allowed to do i'tikaf. Women used to do i'tikaf in the time of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the masjid. The wives of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to do i'tikaf in the masjid. They used to have a separate place, separate tents. They would do i'tikaf there. So, but during menstruation they shouldn't do that. And finally, the qira'ah of Quran, the recitation of Quran, shouldn't be done during menstruation or nifas. Imam Malik, in his madhab, they said once the menstruation stops, all right, if they wanted to read Quran before ghusl, by not touching the mushaf, once they stop, they've become clean. They may, some madhab they allow, they can do that. All right? But in general, they can't. There's no qira'ah of Quran. Some people, they have adhkar. They have adhkar. These adhkar are not done as tilawa, but these adhkar of day and night, they have some ayahs of Quran in them. They do them in the morning. Sometimes people, they read Ayatul Kursi before they go to sleep. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ and قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. So ulama said they may do that. They may do that as a habit which they were doing day and night, but they shouldn't increase on it. And they do it as a dua, or the adhkar they have normally they do. But in general, the tilawa of Quran, recitation of Quran is not allowed. Okay? What have I not mentioned? How many things have I mentioned?
6, 7.
Prayers, sajda tilawa. Yeah, good one. So, prayer, sajda tilawa, touching the mushaf, entering the masjid, tawaf, i'tikaf, qira'atul Quran. Okay? I've mentioned something which I haven't counted in it. 3 things to note. First thing, they cannot fast, but it can be done later. So in Ramadan, when they have a few days of menstruation, after Eid, they will make it up. So they can't fast, but they will do it later. Okay? So they have to make it up. And we mentioned divorce. They shouldn't be divorced during menstruation and nifas, but they can be divorced afterwards. And for married women, there is no intimate relationship with husband during menstruation and nifas. It's haram. Okay? When I say intimate, I don't mean like I mean like jima'. What would make ghusl fard? Okay. The connection which will make ghusl fard. There is some additional in fiqh. They go in a lot of detail when it comes to a relationship which is jima'. In some cases, for example, Ahnaf, they say they may do jima' even before ghusl, but as long as they have ended the menstruation. If the 2 conditions apply, one of the 2. One is that the menstruation was a maximum period, 10 days, 10 nights. After that, there is no possibility of menstruation. Okay? And second, if she has stopped the menstruation or nifas, but a whole salah time has passed and she hasn't done ghusl. So it was, Asr started and then now it's Maghrib time. But in general, but this is based on the qira'ah hatta yathurn, okay, which would mean until they become clean. But there is another qira'ah which says hatta yattahharna. That would mean, according to this qira'ah, she must do ghusl. So a person should, that's the best option for her. Wait until she does ghusl. Because there's one qira'ah which actually specifies that. Okay? And now, what should a person do? Alright, it is a sin, a great sin for a husband to have jima', okay, with his wife during menstruation. It's a grave sin. Sin is a massive sin. What should a person do? He should do tawbah. He should do tawbah. And he should not repeat something which Allah has mentioned in Quran for him not to do. It's a great sin. Secondly, Hanabila, they also said that he should give kafara. Kafara is 1 dinar. 1 dinar is 4.25 grams of gold. So gold is currently is really high, so it's about £60 a gram. Yeah. So you're saying 240, approximately 250, 260, wherever the gold is today. A pound kafara you should give. You should give 1 dinar or half dinar in some according to some scholars. Some say 1 or half. That means it's a sin. Now,